Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Yes, I know. It's hit. I got it. It's okay. It seems pretty minor. It's just in here. So we're all good. So I was just checking colors. Calypso coral, pecan pie. Okay. Um, how is everybody? It's Monday. I got my first day back to school done. Kids were phenomenal. I miss them horribly. They're so sweet. Do I miss work all the time? No. Could I stay home and stamp? Yes. But do I love my job? I do. The kids are pretty cool. Okay. So I have a job to do for tomorrow. So guess what you're doing? You're doing it with me. Haha. Yeah, you. I'm thinking maybe I'm trying to decide whether I want to do, and you guys are going to get to make a decision. Hi, Sally. Hi, Denise. Um, which do you think would look better? Because I only get to put in, I can't really tell. I think those look like leaves. So sorry, I'm totally looking at this. Okay, so I have a plan. So right now, what I'm thinking is I have this kind of design I had to follow with suggestions for this challenge I have tomorrow, but I don't have a stamp that looks like the one I wanted. But then I was like, hey, I've got this DSP, it might work. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm coming into that um, Notes of Sweetness DSP. And ooh, that one's really pretty too, but it's not the right color. I'm just going to check one other thing because I do really love um, the foil, but I don't want pebbled path. I want pecan pie. So I was just trying to see if there was no other options. It'll do. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to die cut this from here, but on this side. So give me 2 secs. So I'm using those deckled rectangles that we used yesterday um, on the Enduring Beauty card. Add them to your list, guys. Deckled rectangles and the deckled circles. They're really lovely when you kind of want that age. I have to actually tell you right now. I know, I think it's catching me, but I'm still feel okay. Like it's in here. It's coffee. It's annoying. Okay. So I love this. So this is what I wanted here. It's not going to go on straight. Everybody breathe. I know. Best part of your day. I love you. Nobody ever says that to me. Okay, so now just making sure that lays flat. Now, if you hate fussy cutting, look away. I'm sorry. Like you don't have a choice. I have to do it here. So all I'm going to do is there's the DSP. I'm not using it. But do you remember the other day? Oh no, I promise, Teresa, you're so sweet. I actually don't feel bad. So I woke up this morning and I could hear it in my voice. And I've had the kind of silly tickly cough for a few days. It doesn't seem to be progressing into anything else. It was a little bit achy, but that was like a few days ago. So I feel like I'm kind of keeping it at bay. I know, Jennifer, look away. I'm fussy cutting. You know what's funny? I actually went, oh, I haven't seen Jennifer on yet. Maybe I'll get my fussy cutting in before she gets on, and then she won't be mad at me. Didn't work. Okay. Is that why I got the cough? Is it a karma cold? Karma cold. Dang, I called you sex. Did you call me sexy? I didn't see it. Thank you. Not feeling very sexy with my fuzzy snow hair today. It was snowing slash northbound raining this morning, which meant you just get really damp. It's really gross. There's not really much point to doing your hair. I should probably just put on a toque and call it a day, but I think I'd feel funny wearing a toque to school. And I know some of you are like, what's a toque? Some of you call them beanies. Yes, you weirdos. You're liking watching. Thank you, Petra. Um, I love you all, but you call them beanies. And I'm like, I don't get that. We don't call them beanies. But maybe that's because I'm Canadian. We're weird. I know. I know. I don't even, I can hear my husband. He's upstairs vacuuming and washing floors. And no, you can't have him. The dog. Oh, no. Yeah, but all the kids sound like I do anyway. How many of you were sick over the break? 90% of them put their hands up. I'm like, awesome. So no, they're good. Um, oh yeah, he's upstairs vacuuming and washing the floor because he got caught. And sorry, he didn't get caught, but Cooper today on their walk cut his pad on the bottom of his foot. So dad's crazy glued it. I know you're like, he did what? He crazy glued it. It works, just so you know. And Poopy's wearing a sock. But Daddy didn't realize that it happened for a few minutes after they got home. And Daddy's eyes aren't that good. It's like thongs and bunny hugs. What? Oh, it was you that said I had a Demi Moore voice. Thank you. I love you. I know. Well, your voice, well, no, I hate to say it, to me, I actually sound like a 13-year-old prepubescent boy. Like, "Rrr." It's kind of all over the joint. Hello, Linda. Good evening. I know it's early here. It's only 4:15 in the afternoon for me. So got home from school, said hi to my husband, and then said, I'm running downstairs. So we're gonna sneak this in because Sean's working nights. I'll pick up Joe from university. He's got a later class today. And you're like, why can't he bus it? He could bus it. It's just gross out. And I don't know, I'm being a softy mom. I know. Okay, there we go. We've got it. We used to call flip-flops thongs. Oh yeah, I totally remember that. Yeah, we totally called them. Have you got your thongs? And people were like, no, the thongs. Oh, that is gonna work, you guys. It's really quite pretty. Okay, now I need my notes of nature. The one, you guys, this class. I'm so excited about it. Like I honestly can't even wait. It's gonna be good. Okay, the one thing I do want to do is I'm gonna need you guys to decide. We know about Bob and Doug McKenzie. You go. I can't do it. I love Bob and Doug McKenzie. I'm just eating an early dinner. Good girl. I love reading your comments. So just so you know, first teacher day back, all you do is you miss your morning nap and you miss your chocolate that you would have had for breakfast. Doesn't work. Can you pick a color? The flowers are going to need to either be Calypso Coral or they need to be Pool Party. But I don't know what these little pod looking things are. And if they're like a pre-flower that hasn't flowered, or like, what am I doing? Or what are coloring those? I'm going to go look it up in here while you guys are discussing. Pick flower colors. I'm watching, kind of, not really. So don't pick too fast because I need to find a page for this stuff. Okay, I'm still checking that. No one's doing anything weird. Do you think they show it? No, they do not. Somebody color it. Oh, they're a different color. Pool Party. Okay, good. Thank you for one vote. I'm watching. Like a pre-flower, and I would color them green. Okay. What color is a vanilla bean? Calypso. Nice try, Asia afternoon. That wasn't an option. I'm sticking because I have embellishments. Coral. 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 Peg Fleeg, you're the last one. Watching from Southwest Michigan. Hello. I'm just checking for one more. Come on. Go, people. Vote. I need to know Calypso. Oh, Pool Party. That doesn't help me. Well, I mean, it would if you guys got to it. There we go. Calypso got it. Okay. So let's put you away. Now, I am thinking a little bit of this in terms of my colors, and I want some pecan pie. Okay. I actually had no preference there in terms of colors. I had no idea what I was going to use. So I don't stress about me. Not that any of you were. You're like, yeah, Ange, we're good. No one was worried about you. You're fine. Okay, so now I'm going to grab those adorable splatters from Notes of Nature, which we love. And we're going to make things a little bit messier. Just trying to decide. Okay, maybe more over here. And I haven't decided if I'm going to add any. I think the pod thing is an almond. Really? It's an almond. I don't even know what almond plants, as if I would know what that looks like. 'Cause I'm an idiot. Okay, so I really like that. That's going to work. Okay, and then we're going to do some coloring on here. Oh, I'm a bit nervous. Why am I nervous? I'm just coloring. Okay. So someone do some research while I'm doing this, because I need to know the pod thing. Is it colored in green? What is it? Like, what am I doing with it? I don't know how to color it. Yeah, so right now Cooper is walking around with a taped pad. He looks hysterical. And he's doing like this. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Not because he's limping or in pain, but because he has a sock. and he's not quite sure how one would walk with a sock. It's actually quite comical. I always forget to use background steps. I know, just tuck a little something on there. Especially, like, I will tell you, something I'm not good at stamping on is DSP actually. But that DSP was looking a little bit too clean. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm adding color to them, but I'm sticking with the darker of the soft sea foam right now. My intent is to go in and finish them with some light. A nut, a tan color. Okay. I wonder, you know what I think I'll use is, all of our skin tone blends? I think I might try and find one in there. Because I don't think I want to do crumb cake on here. Now, the only thing I will say, be careful coloring on DSP. It does tend to bleed a little bit more. So you don't want to get too close to your edges. Oh no, it says, what are you doing? Did you just get on? Oh no, she says, what are you doing? Tell me. What do you mean? What am I doing? Did I just do something super weird? Help. Diana's laughing at me and saying, what are you doing? This is where I'm scared. I've totally colored something I'm not supposed to color. Okay. It shows them green in the book. Look at us. Like, picture shows light green for pots. Okay. So now I'm just coming in with my light. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There. Are you messing with me? Good. I was like, oh God, what did I do that I wasn't aware of? Okay. It was interesting today. I know you're going to be kind of shocked by this. My American friends, we were talking politics in class, American politics with the kids today, and more because they were asking a lot of questions. It was really interesting. And I was kind of trying to explain to them, you guys are going to die. And I'm not trying to open up a can of worms. Nobody, we're not getting in a fight. Okay. So nobody argue with me. Um, but we were talking about political parties, and they said, well, what political party are you? And I was trying to explain to them that mine has not always been set in stone. It can be, and some of you might totally disagree with this, and that's okay. I'm okay with us not having the same viewpoint. And I won't try and convince you on mine, but mine, and it's, I guess, maybe more of a Canadian philosophy that you kind of like, in terms of what a group's doing, the leader, you name it. And I was explaining to the kids, and Carla, you crack me up. I went to school with Justin at UBC. We did our ed degrees at the same time. Anyways, so it's really interesting to hear them say that. I was explaining to them about like being a Democrat or being a Republican and the difference in the US and how it's kind of a bit more like, I mean, I know it can change for sure, but I feel like it's like a family thing. Like, you're born into a Republican family. And you can tell me if I'm wrong because I don't know all this. But it was the kids, we were really they were interested in it. And so we were kind of looking stuff up, and really interesting to see children. We're gonna have to agree to dis um, we're gonna they were looking things up, and I love the curiosity of kids when it comes to these things, because they're like, I don't get it. What do you mean? Like, you don't? And I was like, I don't know, you guys. Like, I know friends who were families Republican and like wouldn't date a guy who was a Democrat. And I was like, okay, well, that's like serious. It's crazy. We don't really like, see, we totally can. Except Sean gets super mad at me because when we go to Stampin' Up events, okay, you can't tell Erica and Rhonda, they're gonna get so mad. So sometimes, as an outsider who's not from the US, it's kind of funny. My husband says I do this. I go, and I roll into the room, and I'm like, so what do you think of blank? Because I can have these conversations, even if I don't agree. Like, it's not unusual to have these conversations, like at work, in the staff room, whatever. He's like, oh my God, Anne, shut up. Do not do this here. Stop throwing grenades. And I'm like, sorry. It's kind of fun to watch, though. So yeah, don't tell Rhonda and Erica. Hello, Trisha. Okay. Just finishing this part up. Do we know about the STEMmy parts? Are they brown? What are they? My grandma said never discuss politics or religion. Yeah. I'm a teacher though, like you don't have a choice. You're always like these things come up, and I have kids from so many different faiths and so many different backgrounds that you touch a lot. This is the same in Australia. Generations of liberal labor and national families and will beside you across the floor. Really? It's so trippy. We aren't telling them that. Sean says I like to throw grenades sometimes because politics isn't really a big, huge. I can't talk to some people about politics because if you don't agree with them, you're wrong. Okay, true. And I think that one of the things I have learned in my life is sometimes me hearing more to a story can provide me with insight. I don't have to necessarily ever agree with the person, but I might understand it more. I'm totally trying to look. Is anyone else looking in these pictures? I'm not seeing any color in these darn pods, you guys. Somebody else find me a pod picture. Did somebody Google it? Is that what we did? Notes. Notes of nature. No. I don't know. Anyway, I do find it entertaining. Okay, so what did we decide on the pods? Are we going green? Do you think? What should I do for the stem? Is the stem brown? What is it? You guys have to give me some advice because I have no brain left. My brain is shot. While you're doing that, I am going to do a sentiment, just a note to say hello. Okay, once the fragrant almond blossoms fall, clusters of pale green pods, oh, remain on their branches. Look at you go. Dainty almond pods. Okay, pale green pods. I'm pale green potting it. Woo woo, Heidi. Ugly, and I know, I know. Okay, so I need to pale green pod. I have no idea what's happening in my kitchen right now. It doesn't sound good. But the branch, like the stemmy part, what color do you think? Well, I'm wondering if Ange will pay for our silence. Politics mess and get so serious and I find it. And look at us all. I know. I'm like, oh, I don't have the energy. I always just say to the kids, your job is to be informed. And you want to learn about stuff. You don't want to be a bonehead who knows nothing. Don't follow blindly. Make sure you understand what's happening in the world and make your own decisions. And sometimes you're not going to agree with other people, and that's okay. On the tree, they have a pale green pod, covers the hard shell of the nut. Sweet. Okay, now Judy, help me out. Obviously, I'm going to have to watch the replay. Somebody has to tell me what color I'm doing for like the sticky part. It's not like sticky as in tacky sticky, but like the branchy part. Are we going brown? Is it pecan or is it green? You so need to help me with this because I can't look at it. I don't even know what kind of plant I'm looking at. Unless you told me it's an almond plant. Uh-oh. You're not going to help me, are you? Jerks today. Now I've got you talking. See, this is my fault. I got you talking about politics, and now nobody. How about espresso stems? I could. You know what our issue is with espresso stems? We don't have espresso blends. Super duper poopy. I wish I could say to a kid, "Don't be a bonehead." It's kind of fun. Okay, espresso stems. Is that what I'm doing? Green. Okay, somebody's telling me green. Somebody's telling me espresso. Help me. I don't want to think. Okay. It's coming here. I'm gonna get this. But what if this doesn't work? Oh, the new tip. Okay, I'm going brown. I did it. I forget with these new blends. Oh my God, I have major bleeding going on. Not me. I'm not dying. But it's the DSP. Take it easy. I'm gonna warn you right now. Take it easy with your blends on DSP because it does bleed. Okay. I do like the end of the new blend. I like the end of the blend. There. Branches look brown. Okay, well, I went brown. It's a good thing. Okay, and then I'm just going to do a tiny bit. I'm scared to color this at all because I'm scared it's just going to like run for the hills. Loving it. Quite beautiful. Oh, look at that. And we didn't even have to stamp anything. Okay, so now we're going to do our sentiment. I think I'm going to do it. What was those dyes that I was using that I was in love with? I think it was in Everyday Details. Just a sec. I feel like I've got a good little stitched rectangle that we can use. Darkest Flesh blends. Ooh, it would. That's a good point, Jack. Okay, I'm going to go with you. Yeah, it'll work. I'm really tempted to do this. Hear me out on some Calypso coral and then emboss in white. Will that work with you guys? Will anyone get mad? You're like, yes, I'm going to yell and scream. I need to find a bag with some. Do I not have any Calypso? I must have. There's no way that I have no Calypso scraps. Like, I don't even think that's a possibility. Nope, it's not. I found them. Okay, there we go. Oops, I don't need that big. Let's go smaller. I love this. I totally opened up a can of worms. Look at everyone. Sorry. Sorry. Wait till I tell Sean what I just did. He's gonna, Ange, I'm not saying anything. Just like to have conversations. And I might be a bit of a poop disturber. Okay, I've got some stuff here. And none of you are telling me if this is gonna look bad. None of you are listening to me right now. I'm too busy arguing politics with each other. Because Ange opened a can of worms. Okay. Oops, I just touched that. Here, I am getting my. Do you see my mess already? Versa Mark. Let's take you just a little note to say hello. Emboss you with some dog fur. Anyone else ever have this issue? Floating dog hair that ends up everywhere, even though I vacuum every stinking day of my life. I have to say, I would vacuum 8 times a day if it meant that I had to do it to have dogs. I'm sweet, Dad. You would never stir. No, you're totally listening. Okay, well then tell me if you think this Calypso coral is going to look atrocious or not. Nance, I need you. I'm embossing with my weird silent embossing tool. Can you hear it? Come on. Oh, there we go. One more. Look at it. So pretty. And Nance. She's like, I think it looks good. Thank you, Nancy. I lost the die. We had a die out. Oh, there it is. I didn't lose the die. The die is right here. Instinct says it'll be pretty. Good. I'm actually making my way through this. This is that roll of low-tack tape, but I did buy multiples when I bought it. There. Tape it on. Get a little close to your fingers. Oh, I know, I'm so bad. My hands are so dry right now from crocheting. I started a blanket. I have never. Can I tell you something embarrassing? I have now also, just so you are aware, I've now finished 8 dishcloths. 8, yes. Because you never need when you're gonna need 8 dishcloths. I know, Care, look at us. So pretty. Oh, I love it. And I'm now working on a blanket, but I'm doing the blanket in squares. Is that a bad idea? I saw someone's corner to corner blanket. This isn't, I'm gonna do them in 50. I chained 51 and I got 50 stitches squares. And so I figured some I'll just do regular crocheting right now, and then I'm going to work on those corner to corner squares for the other ones and then alternate them on my thing. So we're going to see if it works. Okay. So this is beautiful. Look at, we can use these gorgeous free embellishments. This is really coming together, you guys. I want something behind. I think I'm going to go with a little bit of linen thread. If I were my linen thread, where would I be? I'd be in the package labeled linen thread. Ooh, oh, nice. I know, but what do you do? Like, okay, hear me out. Like, I love specific breeds. I know it's kind of embarrassing. Like, my ridgebacks and my pointers and I know, it's silly. And so they're definitely not hypoallergenic. My child is allergic to dogs, just so you know. The youngest, I don't care. I still have dogs. It's so bad. Where is Angela's priorities? Not with her children. Catter goes with everything. I love it. Oh, do you know how much I will tell you this, it actually pains me to put adhesive on the back of that gorgeous foil. Okay, now I have my big order that I placed. on the day the catalog went live for the product shares. It's supposed to be coming in, okay? It's supposed to be in tomorrow. Now here. Oh, I think I did it backwards. I don't think that's how I wanted it. Can I peel it up still? How well did I glue it? No, I did it too well. Okay, I'll just change it. So I think I'm going to pull my sentiment up higher now. So I had the sentiment down lower just based on where the gap was, but now I think I'll pull it up. Put it maybe in there. Okay. Your son's face starts swelling. Okay, mine's not that bad. He gets like congested and itchy, and I'm like, well, don't cuddle the dog. Go shower. I don't need a dog hair everywhere. I lose hair all over. I know. When crocheting the squares, you'll need to use the same yarn thickness. Exactly. Okay, so Deborah, that's what I've been doing. I'm going to use the same yarn. Can you do this? Tell me if this doesn't make sense at all. This square will be knit like normal. Then this square will be knit corner to quarter pattern. Exact same yarn, exact same hooky thing. Does that make sense? Will that work? They're like, what? And then they couldn't believe that I could sit still long enough to crochet. And I was like, okay, well, that's fair. It's not really me. Okay. Oh, look at that. Hi, Martine. Thank you. We're having some fun. Okay. So far right is going to need a double decker. Left, just one. Oh, no. Fine. Why did nobody stop me? Oops, you're very late to the party. Yeah, well, Jen, seriously, come on. I figured I actually have been doing better at doing earlier lives because I find even if I'm tired now, I get more and more tired as the night goes on, and sometimes I don't have the energy to keep going and come back down. You're frozen? I don't. Oh, you're all frozen? Or are you sure was it just me that I moved out? Oh no, both Catherine and Karen say I'm frozen, but I'm not frozen on my own end. Tell me, am I just not moving? It might just be that I sat still for more than 3 seconds and you guys aren't used to that. You're back. Okay, good. Is that ever weird? I don't know why. There. Dimensional has to fit. Whoop. There. How's that? You good. Okay. Do you have your backing? Yeah, you do. I'm gonna slide you up just a hair. Okay, that's on straight. Perfect. I have sound. Is that ever weird? You had to go. I don't know. I don't think anyone called. It's not on, or they didn't, because I would have known. I don't know why it did that. It just decided it didn't like me today. Okay, so this is the ones we've been using. Okay, so we're going to pull in up here. Put you. And put you. And put you. And put you. And hang on, I might just have to move that one over a hair. Froze on YouTube. Isn't that funny? Okay. So there you go. It actually turned out really cute, like way cuter than I thought it was going to do. And we knocked that off in 29 minutes. So again, you guys, you're seeing that Notes of Nature stamp set from my stamp camp that's coming up, the Mega Stamp Camp. I'm closing it today because I'm actually going to prep right now. I'm going to cut. So you have like literally minutes if you're in Canada to get yourselves registered. Because I am going to go do my prepping tonight because I need to mail my kits, or Sean's taking the ones that aren't quite finished to the post office. But you'll be using the Notes of Nature stamp set in it, which is this sentiment. It's the splatter. We've had all those others in the past, but this is so fun. So thank you for joining me. You will see details about this one tomorrow because it is for a challenge that I had to complete. Posting it. I'll post the picture tonight. But anyway, okay. Mwah. And I'm hoping to see you tomorrow. But tomorrow night it will not be early because I do have my girl that comes over to work for me coming. Okay. Night, guys.